Jackson State football is starting to have some eerie similarities to the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't like that. That is not a good thing. You understand? Oh, first, what you doing now? Where you going with this? I'm about to tell you where I'm going with this. I'm about to tell you. Before I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Put all your people on it. Also, make sure you fuck with our sponsor, the King McNeil Collection, for all of your fraternity or sorority gear needs. You understand? They are the best in the business. You can go to kingmcneil.com or you can download the app. Your first purchase on the app will get you 20% off. Okay. And they be running other deals as well. So, okay. So you got to keep up with them to catch the deals. They are great at what they do. That's the King McNeil Collection. Tell them first sent you. Okay. But let's get into this. Okay. I want y'all to understand me for real, for real. All right. I'm going to explain to y'all what I mean. And then I have a message. I have a message for our players. Okay. The Dallas Cowboys don't have the most Super Bowls in NFL history. That would be the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, the Dallas Cowboys are the most popular team in the NFL. And there's no goddamn doubt about it. They are the most talked about team in the NFL. It ain't no goddamn doubt about it. Their games are viewed by more people. It ain't no goddamn doubt about it. All of this is part of the reason why they are the most valuable team in the world. Shit. And that includes soccer teams. Like the Dallas Cowboys are like that in terms of viewership, fandom, fan support. You understand? Like, they got all that. And they've won before. The 1970s was a hell of a decade for the Dallas Cowboys. Won 2 Super Bowls. The 1990s was a hell of a decade for the Dallas Cowboys. They won 3 Super Bowls. But since then, there's been a lot of underachieving. Yeah. There's been a lot of underachieving. They've had good coaches. They've had Super Bowl winning coaches. They had Bill Parcells at one time. Right now, Mike McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning coach. He won a Super Bowl with my Green Bay Packers. They still underachieve. They've had good players. Tony Romo, Terrell Owens, DeMarcus Ware comes to mind. Who that motherfucker be throwing up the X? Dez Bryant. They've had great players. The more recent teams, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott. Well, you know, I know a lot of folks pissed at Dak right now, but Dak was Pro Bowl caliber player this year. He was in the MVP talk this year. CD Lamb, Micah Parsons. Okay, I got guys. Trayvon Diggs. Then who the other cornerback this year was getting all them pick sixes? They've had guys underachieving. Still, the fans support. The fans were upset about this recent loss to my Green Bay Packers, but still, they gonna support. They still gonna buy the gear. They gonna be ready to roll. They gonna pack Jerry's World next year because they gonna support their team. Oh shit! You gotta respect that. Actually, you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. As I said previously, I'm seeing some eerie similarities between the Dallas Cowboys and JSU football. I really am. You see, like I said, the Cowboys don't have the most Super Bowl. Again, that would be New England and Pittsburgh. We ain't got the most SWAC championships. That would be Grambling, followed by Southern. Okay. But currently, as we speak, it ain't no team that moves the needle in terms of attendance. FCS leaders been doing that pre-prime. Okay. Social media engagement, y'all see it. Y'all see it. The goddamn podcast, there is a reason why folks who ain't never been to Jackson, Mississippi, be talking about Jackson State football. There's a reason why folks that ain't never seen Lynch Street be talking about Jackson State football. There's a reason why folks that don't know what the fuck a pause account is be talking about Jackson State football. There is a reason why folks who can't tell you who the fuck Wavy Dave is be talking about Jackson State football. And that's because Jackson State football moves the needle in terms of engagement. Our fan base is passionate. You understand? It is. Our fan base is more passionate than some of these Group of 5 teams. Hell, probably some of these Power 5 teams. If we had the numbers, but if you looked at it per capita, like per person, and you adjust based on the size of the schools, our fan base's participation and support for our fucking team is probably higher than some of these Power 5. I undoubtedly know it's higher than some of these Group of 5s. How I know that? Because I went to undergrad to one of these motherfuckers. I went to Southern Miss. Okay? So I got ties to both schools. I sat my ass down in both schools. Okay? And I know from this business, when I cover Southern Miss, what the engagement be like? Thumbs down. When I cover Jackson State, what the engagement be like? Thumbs up, goddammit. We like that. We support. So we do our goddamn job as the fan base. Just like the Dallas Cowboys fans do their goddamn job. They believe, they support, they root for, they talk shit. But they've been let down by the motherfuckers on the field. They have. It's the same thing with the Dallas Cowboys. It's a reason why Stephen A. Smith is always trolling the Dallas Cowboys. It's good for ratings. It's good for ratings. Skip Bayless. Yeah, we know him for trolling LeBron, but outside of that, you know him for his support of the Dallas Cowboys. First things first, nobody on the damn panel is a Cowboy fan. Nick Wright from Kansas City, Kevin Wiles, that man from the New England area, so that's his team. Chris Broussard, he from some area where in one of those places ain't Dallas, Texas. But they still always run a segment where Chris Broussard grades the Dallas Cowboys performance. Why? Because it's good for ratings. Shannon Sharpe used to troll the Cowboys. Shannon Sharpe don't give a fuck about no goddamn Dallas Cowboy like that. He ain't had no rivalry with the Dallas Cowboys. He played for the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens, okay? So if anybody he hated, well, he hated the Kansas City Chiefs or the Chargers or the Steelers or something like that when he played with the Ravens, you know what I'm talking about? But why was he on there going hard on the Cowboys like that? Because it was great TV to have him go against the Cowboys and have Skip up there losing his mind whenever Shannon Sharpe went against the Cowboys. It's the same shit. So no, they ain't won the Super Bowl since after the 1995 season, but they are still always talked about because they move the needle, they gonna get engagement, they gonna get ratings. And I'm telling y'all, it's the same shit for our Jackson State football team. So much so that us releasing our damn schedule was a motherfucking moment this past week. Just a schedule release was a moment this week. You understand? We're in the midst of basketball season, y'all. We have a women's basketball team that is a top 25 mid-major team right now, okay? Undefeated in the SWAC. The lowest win they've had in the SWAC, I think, is about 16 points. They whooping every motherfucker's ass, okay? Still, Jackson State football trounces that shit. It don't compare. It don't compare. Other schools be interested in our goddamn schedule, trying to see who we scheduling and critiquing who the fuck we scheduling. There's a reason why there's that saying going around where folks be like Jackson State this, Jackson State that. Because we move the needle. What I'm telling y'all right now, it's time for our team on the field to step the fuck up and deliver us the HBCU National Championship. We ain't won one since 1996. 1996. We're sounding real cowboyish in this motherfucker. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So I have a message for our football team. Hold on, goddammit. I gotta go into coach mode for this. All y'all players out there, stop talking right now. Attention. Attention. I know that goddamn schedule was released recently. But that wasn't for y'all. That wasn't for y'all. That was for the fans. That was for the fans to go ahead and encourage them to buy their season tickets. That was for the fans to go ahead and book their hotel rooms. That was for the fans to go ahead and put in their vacation time with their jobs. That was not for you. Because your schedule has already been released. That shit been released. We been knew who was on the schedule for you. You want to know who's on the schedule every goddamn day? Laziness is on the schedule. Lack of discipline is on the schedule. Complacency is on the schedule. That weight room is on the schedule. The track is on the schedule. Poor sexual decisions is on the schedule. That blunt that your partner smoking is on the schedule. That Hennessy is on the schedule. Getting your proper rest is on the schedule. That motherfucking classroom is on the schedule. All this is, and more has been on the goddamn schedule, and you got to defeat it every day. Every day. What date you play this? You play them every motherfucking day. If you can't defeat those opponents on that schedule, then that other goddamn schedule don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. That's the schedule that matters. The one I just spoke of. You understand? Because if you can't defeat those things, you ain't going to defeat Southern. If you can't defeat those things, you ain't going to defeat Alcorn. You ain't. You ain't. If you can't defeat those things, fam, you going to walk that motherfucking ass up an hour trap and take that bitch over. See, yeah, it ain't in no Orange Blossom Classic this time, so it ain't no neutral site this time. These motherfuckers coming to your crib. And if you ain't putting in the effort right now to prepare yourself every day, every motherfucking day, if you're waiting for that date that's on that goddamn release schedule, goddamn, we gonna lose. See, for all this hype and for all this celebration bowl or bus talk we doing, we went 7-4 last year. We went 7-4 last year now. Look, and I said, still a successful season in my opinion, with a first-year head coach. Not only first year at Jack State, first year, period, head coach. Coming off all the turnover and all the turmoil, all right, that went along with the prime era ending, okay? Overall, successful year. But we got to humble our motherfucking selves. I'm talking about the players now. We got to humble ourselves. Because in the grand scheme of things, we ain't do shit now. Okay? 7-4. Lost your goddamn homecoming. We started the year talking about some start in the A, and the A. Shit. We started all right. We did. With that victory against South Carolina State. But we damn sure didn't end there. And we let who seems to be like this budding rival now. I know who Southern is. I know who Alcorn is. But the amount of online shit talk between Jackson State and FAMU. Oh, shit, that's a rivalry now. I'm going to go ahead and put it on something. Yeah. It's a lot of venom in that shit. No pun intended. You know, because they them rattlers. You know what I'm talking about? But all that don't matter. What they saying don't matter. If you can't defeat laziness, if you can't defeat lack of discipline, if you can't defeat complacency, if you can't defeat that motherfucking weight room, if you can't defeat the film room is on the schedule. What you gonna do about it? The fuck you gonna do about it? Because see, with them Dallas Cowboys, I see Dak Prescott every motherfucking well. Sleep numbers, this, and all that kind of shit. Then come playoff time, he nut up. I see Michael Parsons motherfucking ass got this damn podcast. He want to come and talk about the goddamn game and all so you get your ass bust by the 49ers. Then you want to sit up here and talk about, I didn't know it was personal. It should have been personal. You get your ass bust by this team. Then you come on here and say that. You just do all that motherfucking talking. Then when it comes time to go get a sack in the playoff, you can't go get one. You feel me? And some of y'all getting a lot of love, a lot of attention. And you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Ken Clark and them. Partnering with Herb Mulligan. With some merch. You understand? I fully support that shit. Y'all know I've been saying, give Mr. Mulligan the damn ball. Now I'm saying, go get Mr. Mulligan's merch. But Mr. Mulligan, you got to come on out there to play now. Got to treat your body right. You got hurt last year. You're on your way to 1,000 yards. You got to make sure you treat your body right. Do everything in your power to make sure you out there and you're durable enough to get through this goddamn season. You feel me? Mr. Jensen Riley is a fan favorite. I checked out your podcast last night, Young King. You called me Hollywood and said you Hollywood. Now, we're going to have to discuss that one, okay? Because I ain't Hollywood or Hollywood. I'm the realest. That's what I am. You understand? But I like your personality. I like your spirit. But I'm here to tell you right now, Young King, you got to go out there and fucking produce. That's what you got to do. Otherwise, folks ain't going to give a fuck about that podcast. If you ain't turning up on the motherfucking field. They ain't. Okay? Jacoby and Morgan. Cantown. You know I love you, Young King. You from my home. You feel me? You done came on my show. You done put it on something. You understand? And the fan base was excited last year when you took over for JB. You feel me? But there's a saying in football that the most popular player on the team is the backup quarterback, the guy that takes over. Well, now you the guy. Now you're the guy. You're coming into the season as the man. You're coming into the season with these expectations, okay? And so now that shit finna hit different, Young King. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. A lot of love you're getting right now gonna turn on you if you don't come perform. But you know what you can do about that? You can beat the schedule. You can beat your personal schedule right now. film study, getting work in with your wide receiving core. You feel me? That's what you can do. Know your playbook, backwards and forwards. You understand? Know that shit. Know how to make your checks at the goddamn line. Know how to read the coverages and shit. Know when to tuck that bitch and get on down. You got to do all that work right now. It's on the schedule. You feel me? Mr. Guthrie, another fan favorite. Folks love to see the king on social media, and the young king is doing some great shit in the community. Okay? I'm here to tell you, young king, if there's some blown coverages out there, these folks in them stands ain't gonna give a fuck about what you're doing in the community. That's how fucked up it is. That's how fucked up the world is. But I'm trying to warn you, try to be real with you. That's how the fuck the world is. They care about them. They care about production. Care about production. You understand? I mentioned Dak Prescott previously. Dak Prescott does great work. Raising awareness about mental health. Great work. You got folks trying to run him out of Dallas right now. Some of his own teammates, family members, going public saying they need to get rid of him. Despite the good work this man is doing. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is the business you in now. This is the business that you're in. You need to learn this early. All right? Y'all got to defeat the schedule right now so you can defeat everybody that's on the schedule later. That's all that matters. In between them lines, all this other shit that you want, the NIL shit, folks like me, folks like Ken Clark, other folks I'm sure, we pushing for that. We trying to get folks behind y'all to contribute to all that type of shit. Okay? That shit gonna come. OG, legend, Picasso Nelson, he didn't put it on something. He came on here and told y'all before, if you do right by Jackson State University and you turn up for them and you play hard for them, you gonna have a lot of opportunities in the business world once you done playing for Jackson State. Shout out to the OG. You feel me? But you gotta turn up right now. You gotta get that shit done right now. Okay? When nobody's looking. When nobody's looking. See, that's one of the problems with the Cowboys. Seems like they do all this motherfucking talking and shit, and they got all this fanfare and shit, and they say all the right things in the media and shit. They lose sight of what matters. They lose sight. So just keep your motherfucking head down. Okay? Let us talk about the goddamn schedule release. Let us be on there going back and forth with FAMU and Alcorn and all these type of. Let us do that shit. Okay? Let us be around here with all these sayings and carrying on and all that kind of shit. Y'all keep y'all motherfucking head down and stay focused. Okay? And stay humble. And stay hungry. Because again, you're coming off a 7-4 season. You ain't coming off no guy. FAMU is the black national champion. Despite all the goddamn turmoil that they have going on right now, and they seem like they settled down, seems like, because they just hired a new coach, but they are still the reigning black national champions until somebody knocks them off. I haven't been able to say that Jackson State is a reigning black national champion since 1996. Great year. One of the best years of my life. 96 was a hell of a year. But I want to be able to say that again right now. That's what I want. But I can't do it. The fan base can't do it. If the Dallas Cowboys fan base could win them a Super Bowl, shit, they'll win it every year. They'll win it every year. You be seeing that shit trending, DC4L. Them folks love them motherfuckers. My beloved brother, Ray Cesar Leo, I already told him I was going to do this segment. Love them Dallas Cowboys. He got a challenger, that bitch, Dallas Cowboy colors. You go in his office, in his house, you see Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia. Hell, my godson is named Landry, in part because of Tom Landry, the legendary Cowboys coach. Despite all the heartbreaks He loved them motherfucking Cowboys. And that's how we feel about Jack State football. That's how we feel. But y'all can't take advantage of that. That cannot make you complacent to know that we gonna show up and show out despite whatever the hell going on. No, we gonna lead the nation in FCS attendance despite what's going on. No. That cannot make you complacent. That should let you know, goddamn it, I owe these folk, man. Let me not hit this blunt with the kinfolk, because I owe these folk, man. Let me not hit this Henderson, man, because I owe these folk, man. Let me not cheat on these reps in the weight room, man, because I owe these folk, man. Because they supporting me, dog. You understand? They support her. They behind her, dog. 10 toes down, dog. For real, for real. I'm telling you, we are. I'm telling you, we are. You might not feel it as much as some of your counterparts that might be at some of these Power 5 PWIs and they getting all this NIL money. I'm telling you, it ain't a lack of want to with us. You know what I'm talking about? We're a smaller fan base than these Power 5 PWIs. We don't have as much money as these Power 5 PWIs due to a whole lot of racial discrimination that, I can teach y'all a class on that shit. You feel me? But we trying to do better for y'all. We are. But we need y'all to do your motherfucking job. Okay? Do your job. Look at that schedule and tell yourself, today, laziness is getting an ass whooping. Today, that film room is getting an ass whooping. Today, that weight room is getting ass whooping. Today, I'm not making any improper sexual decisions. I'm not doing that. That shit gonna hurt what I'm trying to do. You feel me? Today, I ain't gonna let my teammate do none of this fuck shit. I'm gonna hold my teammate accountable. Cause I owe that to them folk that be in them stand, man. Waving them motherfucking pom-poms when we run up out that bitch, man. They down with us. They defend us. They argue about us. They take money out their pocket that they need to be spending on some other shit probably, but they got damn spending to come watch us, you know what I'm talking about? Cause we take their mind off some of the fuck shit that they go through, man. So I'm gonna do my part. And I'm gonna take this shit day by day. Don't look all the way to the end at that motherfucking schedule. Fuck Atlanta. Fuck it. Okay? Not saying fuck Atlanta. My real one from Atlanta. I ain't talking about fuck Atlanta like that. I'm talking about in terms of us thinking about the end goal. Fuck that. Fuck that. See, that's what some of them Cowboys were doing. Michael Parsons and Dak, all of them talking about that shit. Dak not wanting to goddamn celebrate the division title hat. He didn't want to put on the division title hat because he had something else in mind. Motherfucker, what you talking about? You ain't Tom Brady. And what I mean by that is, this son been acting like the Dallas Cowboys winning the division title just routine, it's just a given or something. No, dog. You ain't Patrick Mahomes who just owning the AFC West. That ain't you. But see, he played for them Dallas Cowboys. So he thinking it's the goddamn 90s or something. And see, that's how some of us be acting. You play for Jack State University, and you thinking it's the 1980s. No. W.C. Gordon ain't your coach. This ain't the 1980s. Okay? We got the coach, T.C. Taylor, and he's trying to rekindle some of that shit. He's trying to bring that back to life, but he can't do that without child. Whooping all that shit on that schedule every single day. So stop thinking too far ahead and think about right goddamn now. How can I be the best version of myself every motherfucking day? And how can I whoop my opponents, my personal opponents, on this schedule every damn day? Put it on some.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.